music and Taliban #1. Trigger man.
I have a professor here of the Institute of International of African Studies of the University of Nigeria. Please can you identify yourself?
Yeah, thank you, the reporter. My name is Professor Tutu Omema, the Director of the Institute of African Studies, University of Nigeria and Soka.
Today, we hosted the showing of a film on Celeste Nuku. And we know that Celeste Nuku and his band were renamed here in history. The Philosophers National. Celeste Nuku played here, and the students here said, in fact, you are a philosopher. Let's have the band change to Philosophers National. Is it symbolic for you?
Yeah, that is not the only thing that is symbolic with respect to Celeste Nuku. Celeste Nuku entered the professional music in 1962, and that was when the Institute of African Studies was established.
In this school?
In this university. Okay. In 1963, when there was a seminar or a debate about the Institute of African Studies. That was the first seminar the Institute of African Studies organized. And that seminar talked about music as one of the central points of the Institute of African Studies. Therefore, today's event is quite symbolic because the Institute of African Studies is 62 years today, and we are celebrating Celeste Nuku and his philosophical music. Therefore, irrespective of the fact that the students renamed him as a philosophical band, we invited other students to institutionalize what they did in 1962 or 63.
62 years after.
62 years after. And it was quite interesting, exceptional, and the documentary showed a kind of relieving someone who died more than 50 years ago. And that documentary, it was just catchy, inspiring, and everything you can talk about life experience of somebody who was exceptional, who was different, and who never for once praised anybody in his music. Thank you.
Interesting. It was good having you. And how do you feel about the screening? How was the reception?
Yeah, I was quite glad because of the number of people that attended the program.
I mean, everybody, yes. My name is Tutu Ije. Yes. I'm a professor of microbiology here at the University of Nigeria and Soka. I also happen to be the president of the Great Club, Senior Staff Club, University of Nigeria and Soka. We are all the best brains gather after work to renew their renew whatever it takes to drive intellectual capacity and make sure we produce the best we can, really. So I mean, you know how they say it all works and it makes Jack the dollar door. And so we don't want our students to be taught by dull people. We want polite, properly motivated persons. And so the staff club is where we gather, not just to take alcohol occasionally. We have non-alcoholic drinks, and more importantly, we have a library here, we have a football pitch there, we have tennis. So everything, this is essentially more of a sports club.
So Celeste Nuku, that we are watching the video, the film, the documentary, his band was renamed in this school.
Yeah, and I'm sure the senior staff club has a whole lot to do with it, especially somebody like our friend
Enaswe,
one of the topmost
members of the club.
Apart from members, what I mean is in his field, arts all over the world, he's among the best 11.
Yes,
best.
Interesting.
And he is a club member. He's one of our complete Omona members. With L, we see the club.
Interesting.
And like he told you, he started coming here in the 1970s. Once he started working here, that's when he became a club member, and he promotes the club. He's one of our highest sponsors. That pitch is Ije pitch. Can you see that football pitch?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's Ije pitch. Our gym has it. The solar we have here has his
imprint.
And so El has been a great supporter, and we are happy to have it. These are the type of,
and he is also part of the supporters of this documentary.
So El is part of us. So the club members are people who come to develop friendship. We are Umunna, which means we are brothers. You know, we have different mothers, but we all have the same Father in heaven. And so, so we'd like to thank you for for coming here, and we want to welcome you and welcome all the other persons who want to come to the Senior Staff Club. This is the place to be. Thank you.
Thank you, my
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Professor Stella Okoye Ugo, a professor of English and comparative literature.
Interesting. You just watched Celeste Oluku's documentary. How do you feel about it?
I feel a bit sad, a bit melancholic, you know, a combination of emotions. Was quite touching, and I feel it illustrates the journey of life.
For a man as young as he was to have dropped such philosophy.
Yes.
Which of his music do you love best? You have any?
I'm afraid I know one of them.
Oh, like which one?
I don't have a favorite, but Ije Enu, the vicissitudes of life. And I love it a lot.
Thank you.